And we're live. Welcome everyone back to the Ojusha podcast. We appreciate you guys for tuning in today. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and give this video a like. Today's topic, we're going to be talking about building a successful clothing brand or brand in general, because we can.
Yeah, like we want to kind of give you guys advice on how you should start.
Yeah.
If you're into business or brands or whatever, we want to help you and figure out a way that you could get started. That'd be awesome.
I've been getting a lot of questions and DMs about this as well. A lot of kids with like clothing brands that are at like 400 followers, and they're wondering like how I got so many followers and like how I'm able to have like a following basically and like fans. Like we do have fans now, and it's interesting. So
Yeah, one thing I would say is know what you're getting into. It's not fast, easy money. It's gonna take a lot of time, not like and work, but more time in general. So don't just think you could throw a little design on a shirt and think it's gonna sell like hotcakes. Like people don't know who you are yet. They have no idea who you are. They're not gonna buy from you. Like if you just slap a logo on a plain white T-shirt, like that's shitty ass. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's just shitty.
one thing I want to
too.
talk about is there was a kid. He asked me. He was like, should I just like wait on my post and like tease people about when my brand's gonna come out? And I told him no. I think that you should put out as much content as possible. Make sure it's good content.
To start, at least.
Yeah, because in reality, nobody gives a fuck how mysterious you are.
Yeah, like
they don't care at all.
Who are you teasing?
You know what they care about? What you make and how good it is, and you need attention. So the only way to get people's attention is to put out content.
Well spoken. Tons of content, and put a lot of time into whatever design you're doing. It could be for anything. Whatever product that you're selling, put a lot of time into it. Don't like if you're going the e-commerce route, don't just make a shitty site. Like watch 10 hours of YouTube videos and figure out what works and what doesn't and build a really good site. Like
Trial and error. And don't be afraid to lose money, because if you're going to build a brand, you're going to lose money. You have to invest money to make money back, and it's not a fast process. This isn't you've got to be in it for the long term and keep pushing.
Yeah, you really have to see the vision, I guess. You have to see the long-term goal. You got to eat, sleep, and
you've got to wake up, and the first thing that you think about is your brand if you want it to be successful.
You got to dream about this shit. Like,
honestly.
Yeah, so I know your audience, too. Who are you selling this product to? Who are you selling your clothes to? Who do you want wearing your clothes? That's a big thing. Like, if you don't know who your audience is, you're not going to be successful, because you're going to spend 5 years of your life figuring that shit out. Like, you might, like, say you're selling weight loss pills or something, and you start selling it to 60-year-old men. For 5 years, you're not going to know that, like, I would take weight loss pills right now, too. So, like, you don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, whenever I lived in my hometown in Belton, Missouri, shout out Belton, Missouri, I went out to, this memory is in my mind. I went out to dinner with my parents and a bunch of their friends, and they asked me what I plan on doing, like what I want to do. And I said I want to have a clothing brand. And I tried selling my parents' friends my clothes. Like I was like talking to them about it. And looking back at it now, it was so stupid and such a waste of my time and energy, honestly, because 35, 40-year-old married couples with kids probably aren't going to be rocking split hoodies. I mean, if they do, they're probably like family friends. What really changed the game for me was when I went on Grailed. That's like a streetwear site. I started posting my pieces on Grailed, and I realized who my target market was. It wasn't 35-year-old couples. Like it's kids that are interested in streetwear. Like I don't know why. I mean, it's pretty obvious, but yeah.
Yeah. Another thing is like build relationships too. I think relationships are key. They could provide a lot. I was just talking to Chris about this, a guy we work with, and he was talking about how like if we ever need anything to reach out to him, and it's like the compound effect. It's a book that he read that I'm planning on reading, but he basically described it as like, if you're helping somebody right now, like it's only gonna come around in a circle. Like if you're just gonna if you're gonna say, oh fuck that guy, like he has no idea what he's talking about, I'm not gonna help him. He could go off and do way better than you ever have, but he's not coming back in that circle. He's gonna treat you just as you treated him. You know what I mean? So like just really build those relationships. Be nice to everybody. Like I don't care how much of an asshole that person is. Be nice to them because they could help you in some way or form. Like everybody knows a little bit about something.
And it's not only just to get value from people. Like being a good person is good all around. Like you need people. Like like you can't, if you want to do something like fantastic, that's like you have to have people that are telling you you're doing fantastic. So you can't just be like by yourself.
Yeah.
And having people that push you every day and test your own abilities is what keeps people going forward, and what will motivate you to do greater.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and they will provide a lot of value too. Josh met me and he built that relationship and he nurtured it even when we weren't working together. And I could say I helped him out a lot. Same thing with Josh. Like Josh, like just because he nurtured the relationship and talked to me every other day or something, like that popped up a brand for me to work on, like a successful brand. Like it works around in a circle, if that makes sense. Like it's literally happening right before your eyes. You just have to do it, and program your mind to do it. So you're not even thinking about doing it when you're doing it eventually. That's the goal.
And if it ever comes to a point where you don't love it anymore, then I mean, just stop, because there's really no point in doing something that you don't like to do. You only have one life to live, and I think you should spend your time in doing things that you enjoy. Honestly.
Yeah, for sure. I think with a lot of brands now too, head into e-commerce a little bit. It's definitely an interesting game to learn. I mean, those are your main competitors right now, have websites. Every business that died through COVID didn't have a website. You know what I mean? Like every business that had a website during a worldwide pandemic probably did better than they ever had.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like it is going to be the future, and it's already proven that it's working, and we're living in the future right now. Amazon, biggest company out right now, like they're online and only online. You can't go into a store and buy Amazon products. It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
So
if you're a business owner and you're not advertising online, you're making a big mistake. And you need to be building up a social media so that people can view your products, because people's attention is right here on your phone. Gary Vee says that all the time, by the way.
Yeah, there's like 1 billion active users on Instagram and Facebook every single day.
Yeah.
Like billboards and shit, like they're not happening. Like maybe one day it'll be somewhat of value to you to have a billboard somewhere, but like that's not where you should start.
It starts here. It's so easy too. You just hit post. You just hit post. That's it.
Yeah, post every day and get comfortable. Get comfortable doing it. And then when you're comfortable doing it, do something else to where you're uncomfortable and get comfortable doing that shit too.
Yes, yes.
Like,
I want to talk about this. There's going to be a lot of people that are going to like hate on you and like say negative things. People aren't going to understand what you're doing. That's okay. Don't worry about them. Focus on the people that love what you're doing, that support you, and you will go far. You need to build up a following of people that support you. So if somebody comments something negative to you, just take it with a grain of salt, but keep it pushing. Like, you don't need to dwell on that.
Yeah, like even with us, like take advantage of that. That's literally like free criticism that they're giving you. That's the way I look at it. Like, we get nasty comments all the time about, oh, it's taking way too long. I ordered this time and still haven't gotten.
They're a scam.
Yeah. And we're like, okay, let's fix that. Like, we'll fix it. We'll provide 2 to 5 day shipping times when we get inventory. Like, we took action on it.
Yeah.
And just made it better.
I like when they say, yo, this is a scam. It's taking forever, because it gives me the opportunity to respond, and other people will be able to see my response and be like, okay, that's why. Because I'll just be like, yeah, we're having some issues with the manufacturer. It's taking a while, but we will get your piece as soon as we are able to. That's what I would say.
Yeah, even your friends and stuff, like you'll find out who the real people are, like in your friend group or even in your family, like family tree, I guess you'd call it. Like you'll really figure out who's the real ones and who's not when you do take the action of like moving out to like Phoenix on a whim. Like
Yeah.
you'll realize who's behind you and who's not, and you just don't have to focus on who's not behind you. You just focus on who's right there.
Yeah. Well said. There was a girl, shout out to Quinn. I remember during the summer in like May, this is when I first started my brand. I got a couple sales, my first couple sales on Facebook ads, and I was packaging up some pieces. And in the beginning, I would do handwritten notes to every single customer, just because like it felt really personable, and that's just something that I thought would be a good idea. And so I was writing these handwritten notes, and she saw that, and she was like, she thought it was like stupid, but like looking back now, it was like it changed everything. Like it's such a good idea. Like I want to build a relationship with my customers, and I want them to know that like I'm here for them. Like I'm here to serve my customers. Like that's what it's about.
The most important like thing in business is to give your customers a good experience.
Yeah.
Whether it's on their site, on your website, or in your store, or wearing your clothes, you want to give them a good experience. Like our hoodies, for example, we don't want our hoodies being the ones not chosen to be worn outside because they're not warm enough or something. Like we want our hoodie to be the first pick. You know what I mean? So you want to it's like it's all a circle. Like it all works out. Like you just have to provide the best, and you're going to receive the best.
Definitely. Well said. What else?
Learn advertising. Learn Facebook ads, Instagram ads, and then like to start, I would learn Facebook and Instagram just because they're like huge.
They
assets.
are huge. And you can build a following off of your ads.
Yeah, they're the most popular like social media platform right now, I think. And then move into other things like YouTube ads,
Google ads.
Yeah, like TikTok.
And while you're
everything.
doing that, and you're getting followers and you're getting new attention, make sure you're posting content so that the people that are following you have something to see and have something to look forward to, so that they're seeing your growth, and they're also like when they buy into the brand and like they're like, oh my god, like I fuck with this brand heavy. They want to be able to see that you're progressing, so that they stick with you, I think.
And especially right now, like small businesses have been getting a lot of attention. People love helping. Like you don't think that you're not going to make it because you don't have the power Nike does
You will.
or something. People love helping out small businesses, especially right now. Like in the like crisis we're going on through the world. Like people love helping out small businesses, and let them know that you know that. Like it's just be like on social media if you want to gain a following. Like if you want that kind of lifestyle, like just like don't put an ego in your head and try to be that person. Just be yourself.
Yeah, be yourself. Don't try to be something you're not.
Yeah, there's so many people like even like e-commerce gurus and stuff like that will like rent a house in Bel Air for a day and a nice ass car, and take a mad videos all day, mad ads, like everything.
But they're depressed behind closed doors.
Yeah, and then they just go home to their shitty house and then post all those ads, get people to believe them and buy into them and make them some money.
Yeah, like some people say that I talk. Somebody said, "Dude, are you depressed? Oh, your hair's messy. You look stupid." Like just stupid things like that. Like things that I can't even control. And I had two options. I could have either sided with them and been like, "Wow, I do look depressed. I should just stop running ads. I should stop putting myself out there," or keep going. And the people that will support me will support me. People that won't.
Yeah, and you're only going to get comfortable doing that shit too. Like I'm sure when you started you were a little like nervous or something.
Oh, I was so
that
nervous.
People were going to judge you, or like people from your hometown or something like that. But you're only going to get comfortable doing that shit, and then you're going to be immune to that shit.
Bro, it took me like an hour to hit the go live button. The first time. I was like overthinking. I was like thinking, and I was like fuck it, hit the live button, went live. My voice was shaking and stuff, but like now I talk in front of the camera like it's nothing.
Yeah. So and then you have to put another thing in front of you that you could get good at. Like you want to keep getting better. You don't want to just get better at one thing and stay there.
Definitely.
Like you want to keep going. So like even with the podcast, I know we talk about this all the time. Like
we just walked in here. There's a podcast room. We just walked in here. Let's film a podcast.
Yeah.
We did it.
We're getting better every day. Like you'll see through these videos, the setup changed. Like where the lighting's probably changed. Everything.
We're in the third or fourth.
Fourth right now.
And I'm already like feeling more comfortable in front. Like the first time it was kind of weird, but like I already feel more comfortable. Yeah, and so it's only gonna get way better.
We're gonna have to come up with an idea to just put us out of our comfort zone.
Yeah, and it's fun too. It's super fun.
Yeah, I love learning, and like I'm like just like you said, I'm immune to roasts. Like I'm immune to people commenting on my lifestyle. Like I'm
like I know who I am. I'm sure you know who you are. Nobody's gonna be able to change that.
Yeah, like I've gotten like bullied, I guess you would say, in school and looked down upon from like peers and everything like that. But I've only grown from it. Like it's like that shit. Like you guys don't realize. Like shout out to all the haters. Like literally shout out to you because it gives me so much fucking energy in the morning to blow you out of the water. Like, dude,
somebody literally made a post on their story and said this kid's clothes are stupid. Literally got a sale from that. So shout out to that guy. Somebody else made a Yelp. Was it Yelp? Or was it
Reddit?
Yeah. They went on Reddit and hated on my clothes. They were like, "Oh, this is so stupid."
They made a whole
guy DMs me. He's like, "Yo, bro, how do your clothes fit?" Bought a piece.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
It so keep gives us so much energy.
I love it.
Yeah, it's free. Like any publicity is good publicity.
Facts.
And it gives us. Like, we're only going to do better. Like, keep hating on us, please.
Plus, I like proving people wrong. Proving people wrong is so much fun, dude.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a lot of people that didn't believe, like, in me, I guess you would say. But, like, look where I'm at now. And I'm nowhere close to where I want to be. So, just wait for it. Stay tuned.
I'm always chasing the next version of myself, like, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I will say, like, that,
having like mentors.
It does take a little bit of time to get used to that shit, but you will get used to it. Like, I don't know.
One thing I want to say as well is I don't think you should tell people what you're going to do. And don't ask your friends about that because they're only going to like they're not going to do what you want to do. So they're probably going to be like, "Oh, that's stupid, like you shouldn't do that." Maybe they're supportive. That's dope too. But like, just do it. See the reaction, and then do something else, and let people talk about it themselves. You don't need to try to get approval from other people. Just do things.
Yeah, you'll be restricting yourself because you're gonna get comments on it, and then you're gonna do it a way you don't want to do it, and then everything like that. It's only gonna restrict you. Find your crowd. There's billions of people. Like when I go to the store, I know, back when I had a girlfriend, we'd go to the store, and I would act like a complete and utter goofball, like, just so stupid in the store. But I literally do not care because most of the time, I'll never see those people in my life ever again.
Yeah.
And that's huge. Like, if your friends don't, like, if they're telling you how to do things or putting you down or taking you out to drink every single weekend or whatever, like, just find new friends and start a whole different person. Like, there's so many people out there that you could be whoever you want to be. Like say this didn't work out, me being in Phoenix, I could just move somewhere else where there's different people and become a different person.
That's so dope. Yeah, I completely agree.
Yeah. Wherever you came from, like, kind of like fake it till you make it, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Kind of fake it till you make it, but also at the same time, it's like you're just being who you actually want to be.
Mm-hmm. Find yourself.
Definitely find yourself. One thing I will, because I used to do this. I used to chase people and try to like fit in with certain groups of people that I thought were cool, and they were cool, but like I wasn't being true to myself. Whenever I started like doing things that I genuinely liked and was more myself and realized like I am who I am, I started attracting people that were more like that. So it's like the law of the law of attraction. You attract what you are.
Yeah.
So just be yourself.
Like in school, I would like my sophomore and junior year. I was I was decently popular. I would say I was hanging out with the popular kids, going to the popular parties, like things like that. I was playing football. I started inside linebacker. Like I was doing my own thing. But then like probably like beginning of my senior year, like summer of my junior year, I realized like this shit is not getting me anywhere. And then I started doing my own thing. Like literally senior year, like randomly I just fell off. And everybody's like, why don't you come out anymore? Why don't you do this? All this stuff. Like, why don't we talk anymore? Blah, blah, blah. And I just like shrug it off. Like, I'm doing my own thing. Like, don't worry about it. And like where I'm at right now versus where they are at right now, I think I made a really good choice. Because like popularity doesn't last. Like that shit doesn't last. Like you're going to fall off.
It's such a joke too. Like you're only like trying to get approval from people that you don't even really care about.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that you don't care about them. It's that you like it's fake. Like you just I don't know.
Yeah. So definitely find out who you are. A good way of doing that is like meditating and stuff like that. Like, and figure out where you want the business to go and what you're doing it for. Like, really figure out, sit down, like, why do I want to do this? But like, why do I want to run this business? Like, do you want to prove people wrong? Like, do you want to, like, have generational wealth, or do you want to have financial freedom? Like, do you want, like, what do you want? Like,
yeah.
Figure that out, because if you don't know what you want, you're never going to get what you want. Really figure it out, what you want, and even close your eyes at night, like before you go to sleep, and imagine that lifestyle or something.
Yeah, you've got to envision that shit.
Like imagine, like see it, like pretend. Like
I
pretend
already
you're a
know
person.
that this like whenever this becomes like a multi-million-dollar brand, I don't think I'm gonna be like it's gonna be dope. It's gonna happen gradually over time. I don't think I'm gonna be super like crazy excited because I've already thought about it in my head and I've envisioned it so many times to the point where it's like almost real, and it becomes more and more real every single day because I put in the work.
Mm-hmm.
We put in the work.
Yeah, we're getting there. Like even like say like 3 years ago, if you asked me to like if you had JC Kalen's phone number and you said yo FaceTime him right now, I would say fuck no. Like I'd be super nervous. Like I don't want to do that. Right now, like if you said yo can you FaceTime him for me, I'd
Name
say
dropping like a motherfucker.
but definitely name dropping. But
It's funny. It's whatever.
but like I would definitely be down just because what do I have to lose?
You have
like,
everything to gain and nothing to lose.
Yeah, literally
honestly.
nothing. Yeah, like the worst that's gonna happen is what? Like really like find out like what's the worst that could possibly happen? You go broke.
He roasts you and says, I don't care about what you're doing.
I'll
And then
say-
guess what you do? You keep it pushing, find someone else that does.
Yeah, and then get him to care.
Yeah.
Like
They'll start caring. Like they're not gonna care when you're like small, but then you'll get those people that do care, build up those people. People are funny, you know. They go with the crowd. Most people go with the crowd. So when they see a big crowd is loving what you're doing, suddenly they're gonna switch gears and they're gonna start loving what you're doing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, don't give up. If you give up, then it was probably not built for you anyways. If you're giving up, like that's what I say, like because I don't understand people that quit. I literally don't. I don't understand people that give up or don't want to do whatever they want to do. Like I don't get it, and I think that's just like that's just because they don't love it. Like if you're giving up, if you're choosing partying over figuring out how to run Facebook ads, you probably don't love it. Like you probably don't love it, and that's fine. But like if you love the business part of it, but you just don't like hopping in the ads manager. I know I watched a podcast with Mr. Beast. He said, well, whenever I don't love something, like I just hire somebody else to do it. Obviously, you're not at that level yet, but you're trying to get to that level. So just eat shit for a couple of months and fucking get there.
Exactly. You've got to eat shit at the start, and then once things start taking off, you can hire other people to do the things that you don't like to do, and then you can only go all in on the things that you love to do. And when you do that, a business is like a machine. It's got different parts, and there's different things that need to be done. And so when you are going all in on what you love, that business is going to be phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
And then all the other parts are working simultaneously. It's beautiful.
And you don't have to learn like 100% of something.
Yeah.
Just like Chris was saying earlier, figure out 20% of something, like 20% of whatever you're trying to do, and then get somebody to do that 20%. Teach them how to do that 20%, and then focus on the 80. Like focus on the next 20%. Learn that while they're doing that 20%, and then teach them that 20%. Now that person's doing 40%, you're doing 60%. And then you have some time to go and learn other things, and like just keep doing that. You know what I mean? Until you have somebody that's working at 100%. Like I don't know, that's a cool little
100% at that 20%.
Yeah, you don't need to know 100% of something before you move on.
Yeah, like me personally, I need JJ because I'm not very good at Facebook ads. Like I threw up some ads by myself and they did okay, but like this kid knows what he's doing when it comes to Facebook ads. Likewise, he doesn't know how to sew. He likes clothes and stuff, and like he throws around ideas, but like it's we work in unison. Like we need each other to form this business.
Exactly. Like if either one of us left, the business would
crumble.
Yeah, it would give up. I don't know about in this position. If I left, you could probably just find somebody else like around here. But
yeah, but I fuck with you, bro. I fuck with you. Like and yeah, we're alike in a lot of ways, and
yeah. So and I think that's another big thing. I believe in teams a lot. Form a team. You're not going to do this by yourself, and don't think that you can, because it's genuinely impossible. Like find people that are just as serious for the brand that you are, or that business that you're trying to start as you are, and put together a team and become a leader. Like if you're the person forming the team, you're going to be a leader. If you were never a leader before, put together a team and you're going to be a leader.
It's way more fun winning with other. It's way more fun winning with a team than it is by yourself, because you don't have anyone to celebrate with if it's just you.
Yeah, literally. Me and Josh celebrate every time we get a sale. Like every time.
Cha-ching. Daps.
Yeah. So find that person, and it's only going to get bigger. Like right now it's kind of just me and Josh. I know Chris does a lot of the back end, but right now it's,
and stuff.
Yeah. But it's only going to get bigger. Like we're only going to bring on more people, and like I would love to, like instead of running the Facebook ads, I would love to teach somebody how to run them, and then get them to run them, and then get them to teach more people, and then focus on something else. Like, you know what I mean? So
yeah,
like say right now, like I'm really good at Facebook/Instagram ads, but not that good at YouTube ads. If I could get somebody, like teach a team of people to market for us and advertise for us on Facebook and Instagram ads only, I could focus completely on YouTube ads, learn that, and then teach some more people to do that. And it's only going to grow and grow and grow the team.
Facts.
Yeah, I think that's really cool.
That was a good thing. We need to get YouTube ads. That's such a good idea.
I think one thing I struggled with business, and like a couple of years ago, like I'd always think that I'd like fail because of this, was I was always super shy. And like I would just wouldn't like to talk to people. Like I don't know what it was. Like I just get nervous and think they'd judge me or something. Like I just wouldn't want to do that. So if you're shy, really just get out there. Like I said before, like when me and my girlfriend were dating, I'd go into the store and act like retarded, and like just because I had it in my head that I'm never gonna see them again. So get that in your head. If you're shy, go somewhere you usually don't go. Go to that closest town or city or something, and form relationships and just practice. Like literally, just go out and practice in the real world. Go up to somebody and say, "Yo, hey, I like your shoes. Like, where'd you get them?" And then talk about that. Yeah. Somebody once said you want to know a little bit about everything. Just like for relationship wise, you don't want to know a lot about something. You want to know a little bit about everything. Like, so if somebody came up to me and started talking to me, whatever it is, I'll probably know like something about that. Like something that relates to that. Like I don't sell real estate, but if somebody that came up to me and started talking about real estate, I could spit some decently big words and have no idea what they like what the fuck they mean. But at least I'm like acknowledging the conversation and building that relationship, and then I have a real estate friend. So if I ever did want to get in real estate, I could talk to him. You know what I mean? So
Or like maybe you want to travel to a certain country, and so pick up that language. I don't know where was I going with this.
Yeah, just
Form a relationship and like from somebody that's like from a different country, maybe they'll allow you to stay with them for a weekend or a week, and you can experience that country and they can show you around. That would be cool.
Yeah, so like just get out there, get down and dirty and fix whatever you need fixing. One thing I used to do all the time, which I should start doing again, is I used to write down 5 things you're really good at and 5 things you really think that you need to improve that would help you. Like, cuz most of the time you'll know what you suck at and what you want to improve but just aren't. And then when you're done writing those down, cross out everything that that you just wrote about, like, good about yourself. Cross those top 5 out. Like, who fucking cares? You're already good at them. Like,
Yeah.
what? Like, why'd you even write those down in the first place? Just because I told you.
Hell yeah.
But and then focus on those 5 things and write down something like that that's gonna help you achieve, improve at those 5 things. If it's being shy, write down for the next day. Compliment somebody's shoes tomorrow. A stranger, like, go out and compliment their shoes or something. If it's speaking clearly, read a book. Like, if you want to, or like if you want to read more, like, read 2 pages of a book. I mean, really, like, you could read a book a year to start. I mean, you could read literally 1 page a day. That'd be a 365-day book or 365-page book that you could read in a year.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Or you could jump to 10. Like, are you capable of doing 10 right now? Read 10 pages a day. That's what, like 3,000 page, like a page book at the end of the year or something?
Yeah.
Like, so.
Knowledge is power.
Yeah,
definitely.
Write things down and figure something out. Like, it doesn't have to be something major. Like if you're shy, you don't have to write down, hold a press conference and speak in front of the entire room. Like, literally just write down like complimenting somebody's shoes and you're gonna get better. Like,
I've had so many like friends, associates, etc. say they want to start like a YouTube channel, but they never do.
Yeah,
because they keep thinking about it, like instead of just doing. I think the best way to figure things out is to just go in like head first, not expecting anything and just doing.
Mm-hmm. And you want friends around you supporting that. So, like I read somewhere, like, if you hang around 5 like intelligent people, you'll become the 6th. If you hang around 5 millionaires, you'll be the 6th. If you hang around 5 idiots, you'll be the 6th. Like, things like that. Like, if you are hanging around with 5 idiots, like, it's pretty easy to say you're gonna be the 6th. You're gonna be an idiot. Like, right now, like, I'm hanging around like 20 like individuals that are doing exactly what I love, and pushing, like, everybody's pushing.
We're all pushing each other to get to that next level.
So, like, we're all going to be something if we consistently keep that around. But like, even like if I hit like a roadblock somewhere where like I'm not getting better with these people, I'm moving and I'm going to be hanging around with a lot more intelligent people. Even though I'm not as intelligent as those people would be, but I'm going to form that relationship. I'm going to get them to, like,
You
even
just
if
keep leveling up and up and up and up. And if people aren't going up with you, you cut them off and then you find other people that are going up.
Yeah, like if Jeff Bezos was at this table right now, I would literally talk to him for hours on end just to get him to like
his brain.
Like, he's not going to leave this room without liking me. Like, it's one way or another. Just because I'm going to score that, like, going out for lunch or let's get coffee tomorrow morning. Like, I want to score that, just so I can hang around with him. Because if I'm hanging around with him and only him, like, I'm only gonna like obtain his knowledge and power. Like, and that he'd obviously be a valuable asset right now. So.
You need to build relationships. Relationships are key, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I don't know. I guess
we kind of went off topic a little bit. That's okay. We were talking about some valuable things.
Yeah, these are all valuable when you're starting any kind of business or anything that you love doing. Like, these are all super valuable. starting a business, like if you, let's say you have a clothing brand or something, like I know we talked about this, but quality over quantity, that's a big thing. There's a lot of easy rules that everybody has heard of in their life that mean so much more than what they actually are. And use those rules, like really do. Like if you're starting out, you're not going to get 1,000 orders that day when you launch your first ad. It's not going to happen. I could guarantee you it's not happening. So why are you gonna punch out 1,000 pieces and say, I'm gonna sell all of these, I'm gonna sell all these, I'm gonna make.
Yeah.
Work hard on those pieces. Like make those, like you can make 10 like really nice clothes or whatever, or like whatever your product is. Make sure that shit works. Give them a good customer experience. How are they getting this package? Are they getting it in a plain white envelope or something? Like, what's so fun about opening that package? They're not excited for it. Get them excited for it.
And you yourself should be excited for it because it's your product. You're putting your time and your money into this, so make it the best that you can and put your all into it.
Yeah, I know with Apple, like they design their phone boxes in a weird way too, where like it's super slow when you're pulling it up at first, but then it speeds up at the end. Like it's super weird what they do, but like that's a good customer experience because they know when you get to that end, you're gonna get excited. So
You're anticipating the opening.
So it's really easy to pull it off at the end, but at first you're like, ooh, and
Boom. iPhone.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, one thing I want everyone to know is when you first start off, you're going to be at the very bottom. You start here, and then you slowly start going up, and then maybe you plateau for a little bit, and you realize you need to change some things up, and then you change some things up, and then you start going up again. So when you start, you're going to have people that, like, they don't see it. They see the grind, they see the shine, they don't see the grind. So they'll see once it's successful and once it takes off. But when you start, you're going to be at level 0, level 1.
Yeah.
We all start at level 1.
And like, don't expect your first product to be something everybody's going to love. Like right now we have our first five products on the site. And I know you had a lot more before that, but these 5 are like probably the most popular.
We have to cut off the fat, like the things that people don't like as much. We have to get rid of.
So once you find your audience, like learn what they want. You know what I mean? Like really get in there. Like talk to your followers every day. Like get what they want, because people might not be ordering our pieces just because there's nothing that they like on the store. Yeah. So we're gonna add something that they like to the store, and it's like really get in there.
One thing I'm really excited for is doing custom pieces once we get that implemented on the website, because I genuinely like connecting with people and coming up with new ideas and stuff. It's really a personable experience. And yeah.
Yeah, even if
can't wait for that.
Yeah, once that's available, like even when you guys make like you fill out like the custom piece, maybe we could schedule a call with Josh or something at the end of the form where you like something, like however it's gonna work. Like if you like come up with a pretty cool piece that we like who's to say we're not gonna put that on the store or something? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like, definitely.
And really involve your customers, bring them into a family, like kind of.
Exactly.
Like don't just treat them like money. Like don't just see them as dollar signs. Like,
because they're people too. They have emotions. They have things that they like, things that they don't like. We all do, and tap into that a little bit. Like find out a little bit about your customer.
Yeah.
Become friends. If you become friends with people buy from their friends. Like the first person that's gonna buy your product is probably gonna be one of your friends. Now just imagine if you make friends with hundreds of thousands of people.
Yeah.
You're gonna get business. Business is all about relationships.
Yeah. You definitely don't want to treat your customers.
Don't be an asshole. You have to be a good person.
Like I know Josh handles like all the social media on like all the Instagrams and Twitter and TikTok, everything, Facebook. And he really gets in there too. So big shout out to Ojusha, because he he's responding to your chats. Like he's going live with you guys almost every other day. Like it's happening. Like that's just take from us too. Like if something like if you see like we're working right now, like if you see like how like if we're like our business is working, how could you be like us? Take our ideas, take what we're doing. Like don't take our split hoodies, obviously,
If you
'cause
take our split hoodies,
you'll get shut down.
yeah,
But
you'll get shut down.
um, literally just take what we're doing and apply it to whatever you're doing.
Yeah, people ask me, how do I start a successful clothing brand while they're following me? I know, like, you see everything that I'm doing. I literally put it all out there. So just like you can take things from my business, our business, and apply it to your own.
Yeah, and it happens with businesses all over the place. Like McDonald's was the first of its kind to ever do something like McDonald's ever did. Um, and then what came after that? Like, look at all the fast food chains that you see right now. They're consistently taking that idea and doing way better, and then forming that a new idea, and then another business will come along, take that idea, do it way better, and then come up with a new idea. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like that's how it.
That's
like,
how the
this
game
How it
is.
happens. So like we came up with an idea, and
That's human nature, period. Like, people, like, one caveman was like trying to they sharpened a stick to make it easier to kill a rabbit or to get food. And someone else, monkey see, monkey do, basically.
yeah, exactly. Like we modeled our site after a couple other sites too, like a couple other big clothing brands that we look up to. And
Yeah, we didn't copy it like word for word, design for design, but we took inspiration. And I think that's a huge key, taking inspiration from things that you like
yeah, and
and
we're only
making it better.
we're only spitting out like a lot of good ideas that no other brands are really doing. So like I'm excited to do that and see other people take advantage of that idea and make it even better than what we did.
Yeah, start
know what I mean?
dominating, and maybe we can do a collab in the future. But at first, I'm not just gonna do a collab with like anyone. Like, you've got to put in the work, and if it's right, it's right. If it's wrong, it's wrong.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like moral of the story, just do it. Start.
Literally,
Well-
this video could have been so short. It could be titled how to run a successful clothing brand or brand. Start,
Yeah.
do it.
If you have an idea, act on it. Literally, just if you wanna do business, start. If you wanna start a YouTube channel, start it. Like if you wanna be a streamer, start it. Like anything, man. Like start that shit.
Yes, 100%. Good.
Yeah, I'm all good. That's all I gotta say.
On that note, ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate you guys for tuning in today. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.